You could see a ton of bandwagon boarding passes getting handed out in Week 15, of which I'm about to predict the entirety of. Starting with this absolute gem of a matchup between the Raiders and the Chargers. Now on to Minnesota at Cincinnati, where the Bengals are still kind of good, and the Vikings will look for progress by scoring a touchdown. Steelers at Colts, both teams coming off of losses in Week 14. This game will feature two backup quarterbacks, and when that happens, it's always kind of a toss-up. Denver at Detroit, with the paper football finding the bottom cup for the fourth consecutive attempt on the first interesting matchup of Week 15.
Oh, sorry, Lions fans.
Justin Fields and the Bears are visiting Joe Flacco and the Browns, where the only two things these quarterbacks have in common is us questioning whether or not they're elite. One might have been, one never was. I'll let you figure that one out. Speaking of figuring things out, Packers, what are you doing? How do you let a third-string quarterback march down the field like that? I just hope Week 15 is easier to watch.
Son of a god, dang it.
I think I handled that well, like the Texans got handled by the Jets last week. Oh, and the paper football decides to puncture the top cup for the first time this video. Will it reveal the Titans who saved their season by beating the Dolphins in Week 14? No. Each of those teams' last opponents is next. The Jets are out to avenge that Black Friday loss, this time in Miami, where the Dolphins are looking to get right. The Chiefs are on the road to the eliminated Patriots. Oh, Kadarius Toney, could you back up a little bit? Oh, no, other way. I can't see the helmet. You're offside! New York at New Orleans. Both teams had very different styles of wins in Week 14. The Giants looking for their fourth win in a row, the Saints trying to keep pace in the NFC South. That's also the division the Falcons and Panthers play in, and I'm using that term very loosely. The Falcons should win, but if they don't, I won't be surprised.
Alright, sure, whatever.
The long-lost Commanders come off their bye to face the frisky Rams. LA suffered a heartbreaking overtime loss in Baltimore on Sunday.
Interesting.
A word I would not use to describe this NFC West matchup. The Niners were the first team to clinch a playoff spot. The Cardinals might as well play for the...
Okay, alright.
Hey look, it's a game that has an outside chance of being a Super Bowl preview. The Bills are battling, the Cowboys are rolling.
I'm sure Dallas fans won't overreact to this one.
Huge game in the AFC. This prediction for Jaguars at Ravens is the perfect example of why I like to say,
I don't pick them, I just flick them.
Last one, Eagles at Seahawks. These birds are fluttering to the finish line. Which one will get a much needed gust of wind beneath their wings in Week 15?
Yep.